Good morning and welcome to another Noman's View guide. Today I'm going to be making a stew. Stew made my way, nobody else's way. You won't find it anywhere else, you'll only find it here. But first I'm going to start with potatoes. Now, when I do potatoes in a stew, I tend to just cut them across the bottom, cut them across the top. So you get like decent sized chunks, obviously. And then I'm just going to throw them straight in my pot because that's all I need. The reason I've cut the ends small is so that the smaller pieces will actually dissolve into the liquid that I put into my crock pot. Now this is going to be a two-parter because later on I'm going to add dumplings. I will show you them, how to make them later. Now I don't know about you, but I love dumplings, and as far as I'm concerned, the bigger they are, the nicer they are. And bigger ones take about half an hour to cook. This is my last potato. Right, that's that. Quick wipe down of my hands and a quick rinse of my chopping board. Now, the next item I'm putting in is frozen sausages. I don't know how many of you use frozen sausages, but I have them here, partially defrosted. Now I'm just going to cut them into four because I want a couple of them to actually break up and work their way through the gravy, because that will then add to the thickness, and there's nothing nicer than a sausage in a stew. Now don't worry, I know I'm using a sharp knife. There's no panic with the sharp knife. And two more. This dish, by the way, will serve 3 to 4 people, sometimes seconds, depending on how big you have the dumplings and how many you make, of course. I like to do 2 each. Sometimes if somebody comes I will add a few more, let them cook. You know, they don't take long. I'm doing this now, it's actually 11:20 in the morning where I am, and I need this ready for 4:30, so it's going to be on quite a while. Now as far as I know, I've got nobody coming for tea. Right, here's my next piece of meat. Now, whether you can get this or not, I don't know, wherever you are. This is corned beef. And all I'm going to do is crudely cut it into 4, like that. Then I'm going to pick it up, I'm going to lie it down, and I'm going to cut it again. This time, into 5. Like so. Now, I'm then going to cut it into 3. It sounds complicated, it's not. Piece of cake, you finish up with diced corned beef. I put in a whole can of corned beef, and I do this for the simple reason is a lot of it breaks up and it gives the meat that, oh, I don't know, a certain flavour, you know, to the whole meal. And yes, it's very, very filling, and I mean very filling. It's also very tasty, but that's my opinion, you know. It's, you might not like it. Personally, I do. I'm a big fan of stew. I'm throwing the whole lot in, fat as well, and you know, that's the lot gone. It's all in, the whole thing. I'm just going to wash my cutting board. I've not actually got any more meat to put in, but I don't like my cutting board to be sat around with bits on it. You know, at the end of the day, we're cutting food on it, and health and safety, you know, I don't want to make anybody ill. So my cutting board gets regular washes. Okay, that's nice and clean again. I'll just give that a quick once over. I've got to hoover the kitchen anyway. Right, now my next job is making my gravy. Now, excuse my cough. I've had it a while, I can't ship the damn thing. But before I do that, I want to add a few things. I'm going to add frozen peas. Now, I buy these as a big bag. And to be quite honest, these are the best peas I've found. They are Iceland peas. You probably don't have an Iceland where you live, if you're out of the UK. But these little peas, oh my goodness, they are so sweet and really tasty. Really, really tasty peas. I'm just going to pile a big pile of them in. I'm putting about 4 ounces, 6 ounces of peas in. The next one I'm doing, I'm going to be doing sweet corn. Now again, give it a bash. You don't need tons and tons and tons of vegetables, you know. I don't use personally tons and tons and tons of vegetables. I do like vegetables, and I like a lot of them. But at the end of the day, you know, the vegetables. These again, Iceland sweet corn. It says it's super